I've just been to Lawson Japan for their Mori Sugi Challenge. Hi, I'm Scott. So, Lawson Japan are doing a special campaign right now which is called the Mori Sugi Challenge, which basically means some of their products have increased in volume but stayed at the same price. And the volume increase is 47%. So what products have they chosen? Well, they've chosen the egg sandwich, ham sandwich, special cheesecake, like a Swiss roll with loads of cream, curry bread, and we've got the egg sandwich, which I'm going to be reviewing, and the chashu, which is barbecued pork rice ball. I'm going to be reviewing this one too. And also they have like a bread thing with like 2 sausages, like a hot dog bread. So it's not all of their products, but it's a selected few. So you may be wondering, what's the significance of the number 47? Well, if you're an expert in Japanese geography, you might get the answer. So this campaign is tied to the 47 prefectures of Japan, and it symbolizes like a nationwide effort to provide more value to customers during challenging economic times. So I don't know whether it would go as far as to say it's like a charity kind of a campaign, but apparently part of the proceeds of this campaign will be going towards the to support local governments affected by the New Year's earthquake, which happened in Japan this year. So first up, I'm going to take a look at this one right here. Oh, it's pretty big. You can see it on the side there, the packaging, 47% increase in volume. It is the Chinese style barbecued pork with mayonnaise rice ball. So I don't know whether you could gather from the video there, but it's much, much bigger than your regular rice ball, and it's the same price as a regular one. So it's quite a deal. So just holding it in my hand, it feels so big. I mean, Japanese food is, for me, generally slightly smaller. I mean, the portion sizes are slightly smaller. So it's almost like they've given you a normal size by Western standards, but shouldn't really say that because I'm just too greedy. But anyway, let's crack it open. We'll see here. Oh, and if we take it out here, you can just feel that in your hands. That is so big. Can you see it there? Now, let me just compare side by side to a regular rice ball, which you would probably get for around the same price. Can you see the difference in the size there? So this is the regular one. This is the giant one. And you're getting them for the same price. So it smells like a fantastic rice ball. So it's filled with pork and mayonnaise, and it looks like it's got lots of filling inside. So it might take a few bites before I get to the middle because it's so big. Let's go. So I took quite a big bite there because I wanted to get right to the center to show you what it's like in the middle. But this is very filling, and I've only had like one bite. So usually this is like 2 rice balls in one for the same price. And the taste, it's amazing. It's really, really good. So the pork has it's kind of a sweet, kind of a Chinese sauce. And the mayonnaise also has like soy sauce and some kind of flavorings mixed together. And the rice, as you can see there, it's not typical white rice. The rice too also has some kind of flavoring, possibly some soy sauce, maybe some mirin, some sake, maybe some dashi to give the rice a particular flavor. So with the creaminess of the mayonnaise and the sweetness of the pork, the whole deal is really good and it's very filling. Now the amount of pork that you're actually getting, it's not all that much, but maybe it's because, I feel it's not all that much because they're cut into really tiny pieces. Don't know if you can see that. It's not like huge big slices of pork inside. And also I have to comment on the mayonnaise, which it's mixed together with. The mayonnaise has also a really nice seasoning to it. So it brings it all together really nicely. I think this would be enough for just lunch. You could have this rice bowl and a bottle of coffee or something and you'd probably be set for the day. This is a fair size. I mean, I've only had like, is that about half of it? And it's really filling. So I'm going to give this rice ball 4 stars out of 5. The reason I just gave it 4 is because I would have liked a touch more pork. Even though there's loads of pork and it's a huge giant rice ball, I always ask for a little bit more, especially like the seafood or the meat or something. But top notch. I mean, you got to try this. Great value for money. Absolutely unbelievable value for money. Next up, we've got the egg salad sandwich. Look at that. Now this is like the go-to sandwich for a lot of people, but it's usually probably just 2 of these. So they've added like an extra half a sandwich on at the end there. So now this is luxury. This is luxurious. Lawson convenience store actually do a really good version of it's called the Tamago Sando, which is a really popular one for a lot of people. But I was kind of surprised that they decided to go for this particular sandwich in a campaign because it's quite luxurious. Now I'm a big sandwich fan, and one little gripe I always do have for the sandwiches in the convenience stores in Japan is that they're just not big enough. I usually need to supplement it with a rice bowl or some other thing. You're not sufficient with just a sandwich, but looking at this, it looks like it's going to be sufficient just to have this. It's going to fill you up. Another interesting thing about Japanese convenience store sandwiches is they don't have any crusts on the bread. They completely chop off all the crusts, so it's easier to eat. People in Japan don't really like to eat the crusts. They use it for, they cut off the crusts and use it to make panko or other things like that. So that's another interesting aspect of sandwiches here in Japan. Okay, so let's open this one. There we go. And if I just take them all out like this, oh, it's got a fair weight to that, isn't it? Let me just show that to the camera there. Look at that. Okay, so my initial impression of this is it's jam-packed full of egg. They've really filled it up. Just, as I said, sometimes you get a sandwich in like a supermarket or other places. It's like they've only filled this part and all the rest is just bread. But I've got a funny feeling, well, you saw in the video, didn't you? This is got egg all the way to the end. Let me just open it up like this. So they've filled it up with egg all the way to the outsides. So that is a big bonus for me. So it just smells so eggy. And the egg is usually really rich, and the actual bread itself doesn't really have a particularly strong taste, so it lends itself to bring out the flavor of the filling. So Japanese bread in these sandwiches is usually extremely fluffy. It's so light and fluffy, and it just, just kind of melts in your mouth. So let's go in for a bit of a bite. You can tell why these sandwiches are kind of iconic of like Japanese fast food. They're just incredible. The egg is super rich. The mayonnaise itself is really eggy. So the egg itself mixed with the eggy mayonnaise and the incredible seasoning, they just do everything to perfection. How can I say that? The egg salad itself is slightly sweet and slightly salty, but they've just got this incredible balance of getting it just perfect. And they've got loads, in this particular sandwich, they have loads of egg mayonnaise in the middle. You can see it is packed full, so it's very satisfying. Now, I never thought I would find myself saying this, but is it too much? Sometimes too much of a good thing can just be, it's like going overboard. I don't know. If I finish all of these, I'm going to feel slightly sick. Let's try. So as for a rating, I'm going to give this 5 stars. Absolutely tremendous. If you like eggs and you like mayonnaise and you're into this kind of thing, this is a unbelievable, I was going to say something else there. This is an unbelievable sandwich to go for. You find these in all the convenience stores all over Japan, any time of the year, but now they're doing this special campaign where you get an extra on at the end there, and they're jam-packed full. Absolutely fantastic. So this campaign is running for maybe another week or 2 weeks, but they do them kind of periodically. So if you come to Japan or if you live here, try and catch it if you can. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.